Shalom. Call Allah Yahweh Bashem Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to the men who I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Shai. Yahweh Bashem Shai Barakatam to the hopeful elect. I'm just back with a quick video. This article here on Zero Hedge. Title here says 2021 will be catastrophic. UN warns of humanitarian crisis as 270 million people may starve. All right, and knowing and understanding prophecy. All right, because pretty much the stage is being set. For the second coming of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. All right, and before the kingdom comes, we know that we understand that we have to go through this last stretch of hell and tribulation, known in the Bible as Jacob's trouble, all right, which is going to be a time period. Also, when you read in Revelations, I believe that's Revelations, the 3rd chapter, where it talks about the hour of temptation. All right, it could be the 2nd chapter, but I think this is the 3rd chapter. It talks about the hour of temptation, but basically a time period, where, because here now you have the the doors of mercy, the time for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to extend his hand out to those pretty much for his people. All right, extending his hands to his people and giving Israel the time to repent and make amends and turn our lives around to serving Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to the best of our abilities. All right. This is the time to be, taking care of those things now, because again, the doors of mercy, the spiritual ark is rapidly, quickly is being sealed, it's being shut. All right, and once that door is shut, you're just gonna have a plethora of just judgment. All right, just things taking place on earth. All right. Just all type of hell, all type of tribulation, miseries, as the scriptures talk about. All right, take a place on earth. Lamentation, woe, mourning, death. All right, just judgment being poured out left and right. All right, so again, because this is the stage is being set for these things to take place. For the kingdom come and for Yahushua to make his second return. Because again, in order for the kingdom to come, these things have to take place. All right, because a lot of people, they're I said this before, but a lot of people, for the most part, because you do have some people, they that optimistic spirit, all right, that things will get better. But on the other hand, you got people that just know something ain't right. All right, and pretty much because also because that's going to be a time of confusion. People aren't going to know what to do, where to go, who to go to, who to call. All right, but nevertheless, all right, the stage is being set. So you thought 2020 was bad, man. It's looking like 2021, man. It's looking like that can be the year, man, that we get out of here. Right, and people are predicting the year of 2021 to be like like one of the worst times, pretty much, to sum it all up, one of the worst times in modern history. you know so yeah, go ahead and get into some of this article, and I got a few precepts lined up. So again, the title says 2021 will be catastrophic. UN warns of humanitarian crisis as 270 million people may starve. All right, and that's just dealing with starvation. All right, the famine. That's that. I mean, that's not even scratching the surface to the judgments that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has lined up for this world. All right. It says while 2020 could be one for the record books, the UN is out with a new warning that humanitarian catastrophe could be setting up for 2021. World Food Program Chief David Beasley sounded the alarm at a United Nations General Assembly meeting Friday about the reemergence of the virus pandemic and resulting humanitarian crisis, reported RT News. It says Beasley said a humanitarian catastrophe is developing with some 270 million people on the pathway towards starvation. And I don't know if they were talking about America or just in general, but if they're talking about America, all right, I mean, that's a hell of a, that's more than 50% of the population, because, roughly they say there's 350 million people here in America, so if this is talking about America, all right, that's a hell of a lot of people, but doesn't quite specify, but just continue reading on. It says 2021 is literally going to be catastrophic based on what we're seeing at this stage in the game, because we spent $19 trillion. That money may not and will not most likely be available for 2021, he said. All right. Because everything is failing in the society. All right. Because again, the stage is being set for the ultimate downfall of America. All right. That includes many things like the dollar crash, the dollar collapse, the economy collapse. All right. Which again, all these things are leading towards the deliverance of the children of Israel, beginning with the elect. All right. So reading on, it says, he added, we're now looking literally at 2021 being the worst humanitarian crisis year since the beginning of the United Nations, and we're going to have to step up. And again, dealing with this time period that it's going to be all action. All right, because again, the mouth of Yahweh Shemel Shah, which would be the prophets. All right, the Lord speaking through his prophets, giving them warnings out, and like I said, giving Israel the time to repent and make amends and get it together now. All right, this is the time to do that now, because again, once that door closes, once the opportunity is shut, all right, it's gonna be all action from there. All right, it's not gonna be no more talking. All right, the Lord's just gonna be judging, just gonna be pouring out judgments left and right. All right, and again, this time period being Jacob's trouble, as it talks about in Jeremiah 30:7. All right, this is going to be the worst time period, not just in recent history. All right, not just in modern history, not in just post World War I, World War II, or whatever, however they want to put it. This is going to be the worst time in history since the world began. All right, since the world was created. All right, that's how bad it's going to be. All right, because you have had plenty of horrible, horrific events throughout history, but all those events in history added together is still not it's still not going to nowhere near compare to what's about to take place, what we're about to witness, the judgment that's about to be poured out on this earth. All right, it's not going to come nowhere near close. All right. Because Esau, man, they try to, when it comes to the prophets, speaking these words and giving out these warnings and prophesying these things. All right, because best believe the elites, they watch they watch the Hebrew Israelites and more particularly the Great Millstone. They watch the videos. All right, they know what's being said, so this is why like I said, they try to do damage control. They um, try to set up guys to pretty much sweet talk to people, and because like you had Donald Trump earlier this year talking about the prophets of doom. All right, pretty much trying to tell the people to ignore the prophets of doom, and trying to instill that optimism spirit, that we can bounce back spirit, you know. Um, but again, nevertheless, eventually, you know, this place is set to fall. All right. It says Beasley said the virus pandemic and resulting government lockdowns are disrupting supply chains in the global economy, stating the cure could be worse than the disease because of the econo- economic ripple effect. Yeah, because again, being that this see, I gotta word this right. This this thing that's plaguing the world right now. Um, you know, it's not so much of a deadly thing, if you can catch my drift. All right, but it's more so the fear that they're putting behind it. All right, they're making it seem like all these people are dying from this thing. All right, when in reality it's no more harmful than it's not more harmful than the common flu, a common cold or whatever, but more so it's the fear that they put behind it. All right, the hype they put behind it. And like it just said here, all right, it's not the actual disease that's causing so much damage to what's going on in the world, but it's the actual cure, which would pretty much include, or it's pretty much going into the all these shutdowns and things of that nature. People losing jobs, millions of Americans are about to become homeless. All right, and like they've been, like what's been in talks lately. All right, a famine. All right, a looming famine. All right, which again, that's just, I mean, that's not even scratching the surface to what Yahweh Shemiel Shai has in store and what he's about to do to this place. All right. Um, it says he also said man-made conflicts were adding to the ongoing humanitarian challenges in the world, specifically mentioning Syria, Yemen, and South Sudan. We've got to end some of these wars. We've got to bring these wars to an end so we can achieve the sustainable development goals that we so desire, he said, dubbing the conflicts, health crisis, and looming famine as icebergs in front of the Titanic. All right, that's exactly what's going to take place to this place. All right, this place is going to go down. It's going to sink just like the Titanic. All right, circling the drain. All right. It says Beasley was out with a similar warning in August. Back then, he requested billions of dollars in humanitarian aid to avert a famine of biblical proportions that would threaten most of the world. The dramatic rise in the number of people who don't have the means to feed themselves because of depressionary unemployment, supply chain breakdowns, and crop failures have been some of the catalysts this year that could spark a global hunger crisis as early as next year. All right, and because again, all these things, what's been going on this year, it's like a domino effect. All right, and it's things are just like the Apostle Elder Tahar coined this year, the year of prophecy, man, and it's been exactly that. Nothing but prophecy throughout this whole year. All right, you know, and I might just name this video the year 2021, year of prophecy 2.0. Because again, you thought 2020 was bad, man. You thought this year was bad, man. We're in for a hell of a ride for for 2021, man, and we're expecting it. All right, we're banking it. All right, because we want to get out of here, man. We want to hurry up and make it into the kingdom. All right, because being that these people, man, they want to stay here. All right, because they lack that vision. All right, they don't see anything past America. All right, but we do. Those are the faith, the saints. All right, we see there's more to it than this. All right, this isn't life. All right, so we want to get out of here. All right, we're tired of waking up, working these overnight shifts and things of that nature. We're just tired of it all, man. All right, the whole earth is sick, is groaning. The whole earth, man, it needs to be delivered, man, and everything in it, even the other nations. So reading on, it says, even in the U.S., a developed world economy, food insecurity is soaring as tens of millions are unemployed, broke, and now lining up at food banks during the holiday season. All right. And I don't know if you've been noticing, but, going to certain stores, your regular stores, wherever you may shop on a regular, a lot of the aisles, looks like they're, starting to, little by little, become more and more empty. All right. Not as stacked as they once were, and especially now that you got these truck drivers going on strike. All right. Which again, that's gonna did a video on that already. That's definitely gonna lead to a famine. All right. Because of these trucking companies or whatnot. All right. These truck drivers are the ones supplying these food stores, these stores with the supplies. All right. So once these truck drivers start coming through, all right, and supplies are going to become more and more limited. All right. They're gonna start having to rationalize things. All right. Certain families are going to only be able to carry a certain amount of supplies, buy a certain amount of supplies. All right. This place is going to become more and more militarized. All right. You got that one sheriff. I don't know if it was out there in LA, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot what it was, but in one of the states, they said that they're not pretty much I forgot where it was. Might have been out there in New York. I forgot where it was, but the sheriff said that he's pretty much not going to comply with the whole draconian measures that the upper heads want them to comply with. All right, because a lot of these law enforcement agencies, these police officers or whatnot, they're not going to be down with issuing these certain shutdowns and things of that nature. All right, even some of the U.S. military, whatever branch. All right, a lot of these guys, a lot of these people, they're not going to be with it. So eventually, they're just pretty much going to get someone to do the job for them, which would be those UN troops. All right, these different Gurkha troops or whatnot, foreign troops. They're going to get the job done. All right, because again, unlike these, U.S. military soldiers, these local law enforcement agencies or whatnot, being all patriotic and having some type of sense of morality, these other foreign troops, man, they're not going to give two damns in the world. All right, say this all the time about how they already have a disdain for America as it is. All right, a lot of these countries, a lot of these nations, they hate America as it is. So once these foreign troops start coming through, all right, they're going to get the job done. All right. So reading on, it says, in a separate food insecurity report from June, the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres warned the world is on the brink of the worst food crisis ever witnessed in the post-World War II era. Making matters worse, world food prices are rapidly rising, with the Food and Agriculture Organization Index hitting the highest level since early 2015. FAO said in a release that the pandemic exacerbating and intensifying already fragile conditions caused by conflict, pest, and weather shocks, including recent hurricanes in Central America and floods in Africa. Besides soaring food prices, the global economy is slumping once more, all right, because this place is running on thin ice, man. All right, again, with the talks of a second shutdown, all right, and the pretty much the economy is already crippled as it is, all right. With the second shutdown, man, that Lord's will, man, that might be the one to do it for good, knock this place out for good, because again, pretty much everything that's been going on with all the riots, all right, the locusts plaguing crops in other places, just with everything that's going on, man, it's a domino effect. And again, once these things, pick up and intensify, as they continue to intensify, man, it's because the scriptures talk about how the Lord is going to speed the times up for the elect's sake. All right. Once they come out with that RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, spoken about Revelation 13. Once they come out with that, man, things are going to even pick up even more. And I say that because that's on the horizon. That's right around the corner. As well as World War III. But to finish this article, it says, and if it wasn't enough, a natural weather phenomenon called La Nina, which was described in September, is disrupting the global agriculture industry, causing dry weather in some regions and heavy rainfall in others, lowering crop yields and driving up spot prices of food. So again, just all in all, man, the stage is being set for Yahweh Shai to make his second return, man. And before that, we gotta go through this last stretch of hell, of tribulation. All right, because ultimately, that's what's at stake. That's what is said and that's what's written. All right, got to go through this hell before we make it into heaven. Like they're saying in the world. It says, while central banks have printed trillions of dollars in bailing out financial markets, the one thing they cannot do is print food. The world is likely on the verge of a massive humanitarian crisis, and it's not more than likely. All right, it's inevitable. All right. Like I said, this place is already in a fragile state, man. It's already running on thin ice, and this place is ready to boil. This place is ready to pop. All right, with all the tension going on. All right, these different class wars that are about to pop off. All right, it just takes that one event. All right, to set it all off, and that's what we're expecting, and that's what we're hoping for, because again, we want to get out of here. All right, but nevertheless, man, again, with the talks of a looming food crisis, all right, you got in different places throughout the states with these food banks. All right, people without jobs, businesses are pretty much done for. A lot of businesses are closing up shop. World War III is about to pop off, and with that, you're gonna have different, because America is also known in the Bible as the virgin daughter of Babylon. And why is that? Because concerning warfare, this place hasn't been touched. But that's about to change, all right? Because again, with World War III on the horizon, you're gonna start having these different nations are gonna start invading America, all right? This place without, like a village without, walls, all right? This place is gonna be touched soon, and again, because you're gonna have foreign troops start coming through, all right? Just again, and on another note, because once those troops come through, man, You know, again, you know, they're not going to give two damns in the world. The scriptures talk about how they're going to be ravishing women and children, killing for sport. All right. These are the things that are, you know, set to come. All right. Because like I said, you know, Yahweh Shem Shai has some grueling judgments in store for this place, as well as the world, but more so here in America. All right. Because this is the golden cup that the Lord has used to, you know, infect this world with this poison. All right. All the nations have drunken of a wine, you know. America has been the center stage for a while, and this is the pretty much like the chief place of wickedness. So this place is going to catch it worse, man. All right, the best is being preserved for last. All right, but again, hey man, trouble is set to take place here. All right, miseries, death, woe. All right, Joel 15 and now this is more so concerning Esau Edom. All right, but you can apply it to just in general. Job 15 and 24 says, trouble and anguish shall make him afraid. They shall prevail against him as a king ready to the battle. All right, and again, this is more so referring talking about Esau, but again, because the judgments that are going to take place here in America, man, it's just there's not going to be no end. All right, it's just going to be back to back to back to back, judgment after judgment. All right, this place, man. All right, hence the name Jacob's trouble, because the Lord said that talks about in Amos how the Lord he's going to start with his people. All right, again, hence the name Jacob's trouble. Jacob is in trouble. So-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians are in some deep shit with Yahweh Shem Shai, man. All right, the Lord is about to, he's not about to be playing around. I think it talks about that in Habakkuk, one of the prophets. I believe it was Habakkuk. It talks about how, it's going to be so much hell on this earth, man. The prophets seen the visions, received the visions, man, and they seen the trees getting jacked up, bodies of water, everything's just getting jacked up, and they were asking the Lord, like, damn, Lord, what did the trees do? What did the grass do? Because that's how bad it's going to get, man. Everything's going to be getting jacked up, animals, all right? Everything's going to be getting jacked up to the max. That's how bad things are going to get, all right? Trouble and anguish are going to, be on every side, man. All right, there's not going to be no breaks, all right? Again, because, that time is going to be a time of trouble. A time of confusion, all right? People just aren't going to know what to do, where to go, who to call. Because when they call on Jesus, sweet Jesus, all right, they're not going to be getting no answers. Why? Because Jesus, all right, that's a false God. That's a false deity, all right? The names of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son are Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And if you don't know those names, man, if you don't call on those names and during that time of trouble, man, the Lord's not going to hear you, all right? I got that. Oh, yeah. Judges chapter 10, verse 14, it says, go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. So you see, people are about to become a mocking stock, a laughing stock out here. All right. The Lord is going to mock. Scriptures talk about how the Lord mocks. He laughs when your fear cometh. Because, amen, the Lord is bad, man. All right. He's about to bring your worst fears upon these people. All right. intensified, man, magnified. He's about to bring people's worst fears upon them. Times 1,000, man. All right. And he's going to be the one bringing it. And he's going to be laughing at people. All right. Because again, people, going to be calling on Jesus, calling on Jehovah, calling on Buddha. All right. And again, don't, when that time comes, man, don't be trying to, call on Yahweh Shem Shai. Call on you guys that you've been worshiping this whole time, that you put your trust in. Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and whatever, these people, whatever's being worshipped out here, man, go and call on them is what the Lord is saying. Don't call on me. I ain't hearing you. That's what the Lord is saying. All right. And that's a scary thing, man. Calling on Jesus and your prayers ain't getting answered. Nothing's happening. All right. Because, during that time, man, all right, the men of the Lord, they're going to be calling on Yahweh Shem Shai, and things are going to be happening. All right. When you read into Daniel's 12:1, it talks about how Michael, the archangel, is going to stand up. All right. Because you're going to have spiritual intervention. You're going to have angels, showing up, manifesting themselves, just all type of stuff going on, man. Spiritual interventions, divine interventions taking place on the behalf of the elect. All right, certain brothers are going to be getting spiritual powers. All right, but again, because the prophets, man, they're going to be calling on Yahweh Shem Shai. They're not going to be calling on Jesus and all these other false gods. Yah. All right. A lot of people coming on the comment boards of the elders and the apostles talking about Yah. All praises to Yah. All right. Yah is just Hebrew for he. All right. Again, the names of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and the name of his only begotten Son is Yahweh Shai. If you don't call on those names, Yahweh Shem Shai, then there's no hope for you. All right. So again, the Lord's telling you, man, don't call on me now. Go and call on those other false gods that you were calling on. You've been worshiping this whole time. All right. You got a lot of these simps. They worship the woman like she's the black woman like she's a goddess, like she's a god. All right. Go call on your god, your goddess. All right. Go call on the black woman. All right. Because again, during that time period, man, the Lord's not going to hear you. Get this in Matthew 24:21. It says, Matthew 24:21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." All right, because again, this is not going to be the worst time in modern history, in recent history, in the past 100 years, post World War III. This is going to be the worst time since the world was created. All right, everything bad that's taken place since the beginning, all the way up until the actual Jacob's trouble. All right, it's not going to compare to. It's not going to be and I'm talking about in combination. All right, all these things added together, it's not going to be nothing compared to Jacob's trouble and the hell that Yahweh Shem Shai is about to unleash on this place. All right, this is going to be the worst time in history. All right, and so much like I quoted Daniel's 12:1. All right, it's going to be so bad that the Lord is going to have to, call spiritual interventions and give certain brothers spiritual powers. He's going to have to, do these things because it's how bad it's going to be. All right. So this is the tribulation, the trouble, the anguish, the misery is what's set to come. And again, all these things that have been going on this year, the year 2020, the year of prophecy, all right, is setting the stage up. All right. Because again, Lord's will, man, 2021, man, is as fast as things are moving. All right. Like I said, man, I'll be surprised if, we make it to 2022. That's just my opinion. I'd be surprised. I'd be very surprised if we make it to 2022. All right, because again, you still got people in the mindset of being optimistic and being here another 10, 20, 30 years, growing up. Some people talking about growing up and establishing businesses, establishing themselves, getting building up a family and all this other stuff. You got Israelite camps talking about building a community. All right, we're not gonna be here that long, man. For sure, we're not gonna be here another 5 years. But like I said, my opinion, I'd be surprised if we make it to 2022. You know, Lord's will, man. 2021, man. It could be the year. Because these things are moving quickly. So I got this, and then get one in Second Esdras. Romans 8:35, it says, "Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword?" Yeah, because all these things are coming. And I'll have to say this, man, because it's easier said than done now when, our backs aren't against the wall, because, you got a lot of people, talking about how they're not going to take the vaccine, they're not going to take the mark. They talking the talk. But like I said, it's easier said than done now when our backs aren't against the wall, because, again, when that time comes, man, the same people that they're swearing up and down, they're not going to do this, they're not going to do that. All right. They're going to be the same people to flee, because like it says in, I believe that not second, it's just, Ecclesiasticus, the second chapter, if I'm not mistaken, it talks about how not making haste in time of trouble. All right. Because again, understanding that Yahweh Shem Shai is in control of all things. All right. He put you in a situation. He could take you out. He could take you out of it. All right. It's nothing to Yahweh Shem Shai. But again, because these people, man, they're driven by fear, and they don't put their trust in Yahweh Shem Shai, man. The same people, they're going to be the ones to, flee. All right. They're going to be the same ones that make haste in time of trouble. But again, concerning the elect, the saints, none of these things are going to, shake the elect. All right. And, like I said, even more so, we encourage it, like, hurry up and bring it already. I know when I pray, man, I see how about you, please, man, put your spirit on these devils to make their moves, because the sooner they make their moves, man, the sooner we can be out of here. Like I said, man, we just got to get through this last push, man. And this will be the last time, as it, read in Matthew 24, all right, concerning this tribulation that's about to come, all right. There's never going to be a time like it, because this is the last captivity the children of Israel are going to ever have to serve. All right, this is it. After that, man, it's the kingdom from there, man. So we just got to get through this last stretch, man. Get through this last push. Deal with it like men. Suck it up. All right. Because from there, man, the kingdom comes, man, and that's when our rest comes. All right. So going to Second Ezra 16 and the 70th verse, I think. Verse 74, 2 Ezra 16 and 74, it says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand." So again, all right, because concerning this trouble, Jacob's trouble, it's right at the front door, man. This stage is being set. All right. Here it is. They're talking about with these vaccines. All right, they're getting ready to distribute. All right. There's no haves or have-nots. All right. This is something that they want to they want everyone to be involved with. But again, concerning the elect, they're not going to take it. They're not going to partake of it. All right. So, again, this could be it, man. We can be witnessing the hour of temptation, Just got to pay attention to see what's going on, what's going to go down out there in Russia. Pay attention to the UK, because these places, all right, they're in the process of, well, not in the process, but they're getting ready to distribute these vaccines. And even more so here in the States, man, they're talking about they're getting ready to distribute it here, make it available here in the States. So the hour of temptation, man, like I said, man, it's right around the corner, man. It's damn nearly at the front door, man. So gird yourselves up, man, and get ready. All right, because again, I'm gonna read that again, verse 74. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand. All right, so again, man, knowing that Jacob's trouble, man, it's here, man. But concerning the elect, it says, but I will deliver you from the same. All right. So concerning these people, man, they have everything to worry about. But concerning the elect, man, they've got nothing to worry about. All right. And like I said, man, we encourage it, man. Hurry up and concern talking to these devils, man. Hurry up and do what you got to do so we can get the hell up out of here, man. All right. Because after this, man, after we get through this last stretch, this is it. That's it. All right. Kings and priests will be ruling the earth, be ruling the galaxy. All right. Because the scriptures talk about how, like concerning the Passover, Yahweh Shai said that he would, that would be the last time that he would pretty much, be drinking with his drinking with the saints until the kingdom comes. And best believe, man, the Lord, man, he's patiently waiting. He can't wait to, sit with his saints, sit with the elect in the kingdom. And that's something I meditate on often, man, because I can't wait, man. I can't wait to sit with my Lord and Savior, my big brother, drinking with my Lord in the kingdom. I can't wait for that, man. That's something I ponder on, man. I constantly meditate on that. It's one of my favorite things to meditate on, But nevertheless, man, all right, we're almost up out of here, man. All right. And again, 2021, man, it could be it. 2021, the year of prophecy 2.0. We just wait and see. Lord's will, Yahweh Ratazah. So with that, I'm going to give all credit to Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time, I say shalom.